All right, if you've ever tried to start saving or investing, you know this feeling. You're doing everything right, you're putting money away, but your account balance just seems to crawl forward. It's so frustrating, right? Well, there is a very real reason for that slow start. And today, we're going to break down why that initial grind is by far the hardest part and how it's actually setting you up for a huge acceleration later on. So, what is the deal with that first $20,000? Why does it feel like you're pushing a giant boulder uphill with everything you've got? I promise you, it's not just in your head. That slow, exhausting, and sometimes demoralizing grind is very, very real. And it's all rooted in some pretty simple math. Understanding that is the key to pushing through. Okay, let's really dig into this snowball analogy because it is perfect for this. Before you can let a snowball roll downhill and get massive on its own, what do you have to do? You've got to pack that first small, dense ball of snow yourself with your own two hands. That's this whole first phase. It is all you. Pure manual effort. And this chart, wow, it lays out the hard truth of those early days, doesn't it? Now, these numbers are based on an average market return, but the principle is what matters. To get to your first $20,000, a whopping 95% of that total comes directly from your pocket, from the money you save. And the market, the investment growth, it's just that tiny 5% sliver. It's barely even helping at this point. So what that really means is that in this phase, your progress is almost 100% dependent on you, on your discipline and your ability to save. It's a brute force mission. There's no secret sauce. It's just you and your savings rate doing all of the heavy lifting, day in and day out. But here is the good news, and trust me, it's great news. That grind, that push, it doesn't last forever. You're pushing that snowball to the top of a hill, and once you get to that crest, oh man, everything changes. This is where the magic really starts to happen. And that crest, that incredible tipping point, seems to happen right around this magic number, $20,000. I want you to stop thinking of 20K as just a savings goal. Think of it as the activation energy. It's the critical mass your snowball needs before gravity, the market, can finally take over and do the work for you. And this gets us to the absolute core concept of this whole thing. It's a term called wealth velocity. This is that magical moment. It's the point where your portfolio is finally big enough that the returns it generates start making a real noticeable difference. Your money starts to work for you, creating its own powerful momentum. Okay, so you've done the hard part. You packed that snowball, you've pushed it all the way to the top of the hill, and now you just give it a little nudge. This next phase, this isn't a grind. This is an avalanche. All that hard work is about to get supercharged by the power of compounding. That's when your investment earnings start earning their own money. Just look at the difference now. It's night and day. That last push from $80,000 to $100,000, now your contributions only make up 60% of that growth. A full 40% is now coming from your investments just doing their thing in the market. The market has gone from a tiny helper to a powerful partner. This side-by-side comparison just makes it crystal clear, doesn't it? That first 20 grand, that's the tortoise. It's slow, it's a manual grind, it's all on you. But that last 20 grand to get to 100,000, that's the rocket ship. It feels so much faster because your investment returns are giving you a massive boost. The time between each milestone just keeps shrinking. This is the transformation. You start out just, dropping your own money into a bucket. It's passive. But once you hit that tipping point, it's like your money wakes up. It becomes this active partner, working for you 24/7 to build your wealth even faster than you can on your own. So let's bring this all home. What's the big takeaway from all of this? It's that the difficult, frustrating beginning has a really profound purpose. It's not just about toughing it out. It's about understanding what all that hard work is actually building towards. And this right here, this is probably the most important thing to remember. That initial struggle that grinds to $20,000 isn't the end goal. No, it's the setup. It is the essential, unavoidable work you have to do to build the foundation for momentum, to get that snowball big enough to finally start an avalanche. So when you look at the whole journey, it really breaks down into these three simple stages. Step 1, you pack the snowball. That's the disciplined grind. Step 2, you reach the crest. That's the critical tipping point where wealth velocity kicks in. And finally, step 3, you start the avalanche and let the awesome power of compounding accelerate you to 100K and way, way beyond. Look, the process is simple and the math is undeniable. The grind at the beginning is temporary, but the acceleration you get on the other side is absolutely real. So the only question left is, your snowball won't build itself. Are you ready to start packing?